Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing episode on the Unleashing Potentials podcast. My name is Bernadette Desir, and I'm your host. And joining me today is beautiful Deria Stukes. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Yes, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the tribe and where all the fun happens. Yeah. So Deria, where about are you tuning in from?
South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina.
Is it sunny there?
It's extremely hot right now outside.
Oh,
It's hot.
wow.
Yeah, it's probably like 89 degrees. Like it gets really, really hot here. It barely gets cold. So yeah.
Well, I'll send you some cold because it's been raining here for a bit. It has been, yeah. So let's get this party started. Can you tell us who you are and what you do?
My name is Deria Stukes. I'm a celebrity makeup artist, CEO of DJP Cosmetics. I'm an author of the book from Deria's testimony from the pole to the pulpit. Um, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, pretty much juggle many hats.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah. So when did the love for makeup started for you?
Oh, wow. Great question. I love this. Excuse me. I was in an entertainment business when I was a dancer. And you got to go on the floor, you got to be glam. And when
Mhm.
I first started, of course, it was horrible. Like I had to really, really like keep doing it over and over again. But watching the girls get their makeup done and also getting my makeup done, it was just like, hey, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
really had like a passion to
Mhm.
wear makeup. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
think makeup, it don't defines the woman, but it can boost confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It can
Yes.
make a woman feel good inside, and that's what it used to do for me, even
Mhm.
though, I don't have bad skin or anything in that nature, but
Mhm.
wearing it is like you're playing with your dolls, you know what I'm saying? And you're dressing your dolls up and you just want them to be pretty. And so in that
Mhm.
nature, like, yeah, that's what it was for me. And so I began to play in makeup, like literally play in it, like literally.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love makeup. I absolutely
Yeah.
love it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, what are some myths that you've heard or know about when it comes to makeup and beauty, and also the fashion industry as well?
It's so much.
Mm,
Being in this limelight and stuff like that, and fashion as well.
mm,
Because I have did a lot of fashion shows, like makeup and stuff like that. Like they would try to, plant fear. Like if you're working on set and stuff like that, oh, you got to be this time. But I'm good under pressure, so it was just something that was always told. Are you ready for that? Because if you mess up and if you don't do it, they're gonna, it's
mm,
the plant fear, but also, okay, I can work around this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know how to work in a room where it is so much going on, but I'm steady focused on the task and getting it done.
mhm, yeah, I agree. Um, as women, either of color or whoever is watching this,
Mhm.
how can we leave a legacy for the next generation to understand and know that they're beautiful with and without makeup?
Correct. Just letting them know, if they want to wear makeup, it's okay to wear makeup. And
Mm,
makeup does not make you or break you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't define if you are beautiful with it or beautiful without it, because without it, you're still beautiful. You're still that person. This is adding extra, a little extra to the beauty that you already have.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I know it's so hard for women and whoever else wears makeup to find the right products.
Yeah.
What are some advice you would give to us women who struggles?
Well, being a woman of color as well, yeah, it's pretty hard, finding shades of the darker shades, and I think it's important for every cosmetic business owner, don't matter what their color is,
Mhm.
to do research on the fact of the skin tones, like, so that nobody feels left out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know years ago it was hard finding the darker shade of women,
Mhm.
and it made them feel some type of way, like, hey, I like makeup too, so I just think it's very important, imperative for any person that is in a cosmetic business. If you have a cosmetic business, make sure you have shades for every skin tone,
Yeah.
skin tone and skin type. My advice is to go 100% vegan, and make sure your products are 100% vegan, because you do have individuals out here that are speaking like, oh, well, I got vegan products, and you put it on and your face is reacting and you're like, wait a minute, I thought this was vegan products. So it's a blessing that I have papers, for my line and everything, so the people can know what they're getting, so they can know exactly what they're getting.
Yeah, yeah. I see makeup very similar to food. All right. You go to the grocery store, there's vegan section and
Yeah.
non-vegan. And there are unfortunately companies that are not truthful with their products and the advertisement on there. What would you
Mhm.
say to those companies? Let's say they're makeup companies. How would you encourage them to not do that?
I just say you don't have to, I know, you don't have to manipulate an individual to purchase. I say just be honest and 100%, real with your clients, and let them know exactly what they're getting. I get it, everyone want to make money, but it's ways we can go about and doing right by people who are purchasing our products.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Tell us more about your line.
My line, oh, it's
Yeah.
so cute. I have just the cutest line. Okay, in 2017, that's when I actually said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna, get my brand together. So, I prayed about it, and I'm a woman of faith too as well. I prayed about it, and God just began to give me stuff about, what I need in my product. Because I was like, God, I don't want this happening to nobody else, because I used the brand and my face reacted really, really bad to it. And so
Yeah.
I prayed about it, and God began to show me the natural things that needs to go in. So I was reaching out to certain vendors that I know that have, 100% vegan products. And I found the one that I thought was the best one. And when I tell you these goodies I have, they are so, I just love them. Like, I love everything about it. I have this one little lip kit. It's called the glitter lip kit. And it's really, really pretty. I should have wore it today, but it's really, really pretty. Like, you can do so much fun stuff with it. It comes with the matte lipstick, a tinsel to put the glitter on. It comes with like a little tube of glitter, and you can just do so much with that one kit. Like, you can wear it with or without the glitter. You can wear the glitter on your eyes. Also, you can put the glitter in your clear polish or whatever polish you have. Like, you can do so much with the one kit, and they come in 10 different pretty colors. Like, the peach comes in peach, brown, pretty colors, like, red. Every girl love a red lip, like a red lippy. um Not only that, I have a eyeshadow palette. um I wish I would have brought some of my products so I can
That's so
just,
good. Yeah.
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 But I have an eyeshadow palette, which is called a prophetic eyeshadow palette. What it does, the names that I name, I have peace, boldness, stand firm. It's just words of encouragement to encourage whoever the lady is. Like, we our moods go like this, so you're
Yeah.
feeling down, that eyeshadow palette is a palette of a prophetic eyeshadow palette, and also an encouragement, to boost up that thing that you are feeling down, or whatever you feel like you're lacking, or whatever that's what that eyeshadow palette is for. Not only that, we have mascara, we have 10 different shades of
Mhm.
foundations, and I'm adding more actually to the list. We
Mhm.
have that. We have lip gloss. We are adding new things like the liner and the lippy and things on like that. But yeah, before it's all said and done, DJP Cosmetics is going to be a full cosmetic line.
That's awesome. Did you
Yeah.
say DJ? You play
DJ,
music?
DJP.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So you
Yeah.
play, you sing, or you or DJ, an actual DJ?
No, actually, it's my initials, initials of
Oh.
my maiden name.
Oh, okay, okay. That's so cool though. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what inspires you to get up every single day to do what you're doing?
To reach the goals and the dreams and the visions that God shows me. I
Mm,
think that it's like, so important to, break things off of the generational, like, I believe in that type of stuff. I just want to be everything God said I can be, and
mhm,
not having to apologize to be who he called me to be, in the makeup industry. Even when I'm on set, doing makeup for the movies, I do the special effects makeup, all of that stuff is, I just want to walk and continue to walk in that with the grace that God has given me and just become who he called me to be. And I see myself being this woman of wealth, this woman of knowledge, this woman of wisdom. I see myself like that.
mm.
So,
I love that. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, thank you. So what has your faith means to you? Did you grow up in a religious family, or you found God throughout your journey?
well, I grew up in a religious background. My dad was a pastor. Um, and my mom just, taught us the ways of the Bible, believing in, Jesus. And that was our faith. And of course, when I got older, I strayed away from it. And, we just want to do our own thing, but it was part of my journey.
Mhm.
And yeah, when I got a little older and like coming from that background of being a dancer, it was like God just started pulling closer to me. It was me that strayed away, but he started to come towards me and started to awaken me in certain areas, and I began to wake up and,
Yeah.
and started to, follow the things that I remember that we used to. But I think my faith is very important because without it, we got to believe in something. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You have to believe in something. And, most beliefs are different than mine, and I'm okay with that, and, just with my beliefs, I want radical faith because I know that there's a God, and I know that this God answer me. I know that this God who I pray to show up. He shows up and never fails me in anything I do. So
Mm.
I'm just grateful for that.
Oh, I
um,
love that. You're blessing us today, even though it's rainy and cold here. I absolutely
great.
love that. And I love that you are um, ministering to people through your passion.
Yeah.
As you mentioned the different words in the makeup, when people
Yes.
see that, they somehow find hope and desire to continue to go on and still feel beautiful in what they're wearing. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Do you do fashion as well?
When you say fashion, like
Yeah, like
what?
a fashion line. Is that something you've kind of thought about here and there with what you do? Like designing
I
clothes?
have. I have though,
Okay.
it have, and that's so funny that you asked that because an idea had came to me, but I was going to use my boys. I have two younger boys. I was
Mm.
going to start a brand for them
Mm.
in that nature, if that makes sense.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a boy and there's barely any clothes for boys.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and a friend we were talking about that. I'm like, I don't know what to put on this kid today, but I'll find something, right? I think that would be so cool to combine that with the other cool stuff you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to empower boys early to feel good in
Yes.
their bodies and in what they're wearing.
Yes. That is so true. It's not, and I hate how sometimes the world could make.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, you kind of
Oh,
lost me there. My phone was
oh
ringing.
no, it's all
So
good. Yeah.
um how they it's like it's certain things. It's like they want to uplift the girls, but not pour into the boys because they feel like boys are supposed to be rough, and
Mhm,
that's not true. You know, that's not
mhm.
true for neither side. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be in survival mode all the time. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I think it's okay to pour into the young men and let them know that they are worth it too. You know what I'm saying? Not
yeah,
just the women, but, or the younger girls, but these
yeah.
younger men, if they being poured into correctly as young adults, and when they grow up, that thing can display and it can be forefronted of who these, well, you was raised by a well mother, or your dad raised you well, like, because
Yeah.
that pouring into, I think that pouring into is very important.
Mm.
And they don't have a lot of stuff for, boys to wear. So, we are moving to California to expand DJP Cosmetics and what God is doing, for the vision and everything. And I am definitely going to look deeper into that, and adding it to, DJP Cosmetics, because how and not comparing my business to no one, just how like Rihanna has her business and how she has her makeup, and and my stuff is trademarked. So it lets me know everything that I can add and what I can have added on, to my business. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you know.
awesome.
So I
Yeah,
thank you for that.
you're welcome. I just could sense that. I think you're gonna excel in that area. And
Yes.
it might take more time to marinate and think of it, but you have the beauty, the confidence, and the power to do it. So I'm wishing
Yeah.
you luck in that for sure.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
No, absolutely. So you are a celebrity makeup artist. What
Yeah.
are some scenes and celebrities that you've worked with? And be sure to send them my email.
Okay. Well, a lot of them I can't speak on because I'm
Yes.
on an NDA.
Privacy.
But
Yeah.
it started a few years ago.
Mhm.
I got a email stating that Nicki Minaj and her mother was having a birthday bash, and
Mhm.
DJP Cosmetics was chosen to be
Oh,
a
wow.
vendor. And I was like,
Wow. Yeah.
but me, so that was like a happy moment for me. I was like, wow. And literally after that, I showed up, my makeup was done,
Yeah.
presented myself well, and I
Mhm.
showed up as the CEO, and they
Yeah.
saw that and they loved the product. And a big fashion designer, I love him so much. His name is Adrian Alicia. I
Mhm.
love him so much. He's
Mhm.
such a good person. He
Mhm.
saw me and he was like, I
Mm.
was like, okay. He was like,
Yeah.
what are you doing tomorrow? Are you able to do makeup for me tomorrow? I said, sure. And it just opened
Yeah.
up a major door for me. Like I did a beautiful photo shoot for him and his models and things on like that. So yeah, it
That's
opened up
awesome.
a major, major door. But a lot of people I have done some of y'all favorites, and
Wow,
yeah.
that's all. I was gonna say the whole time I'm thinking you look like Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
Have you gotten that compliment before?
no, I have
Well, you
not.
got
It's
it
just the
today.
look. I don't
It's
know
the
if
look,
it's
you're rocking it. It looks so good. So good. I love it.
I
Yeah,
have.
so yeah, yeah. What is the difference between matte and gloss? I'm wearing matte and I love it. I
Yes,
love the
I you
dry
know what?
texture.
I'm a Maddie girl all day. I love my lip gloss, but honey, when I'm out having a good old time, I like for my lips to still be popping, okay? So the difference between, we all know that the gloss is glossy and it don't last long. I mean, it can be on your lips, but you have a few things to drink and you got to reapply. With the
Yeah,
matte,
yeah.
oh my goodness, it stays on all day, all night. Like DJP Cosmetics, listen, you be, and my glitter lip kit is kiss proof too.
Yeah.
You can be eating and having a good old time and your lips still blinging and popping.
Hmm.
Or, if you ran it without the glitter, your lips are still popping.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, speaking of, you mentioned it's warm where you are. Let's
Yes.
talk a little bit about makeup and then nature or the
Hmm.
weather, if you may put it that way. Because
Hmm.
in the summer, we just drip. Doesn't matter what skin tone, you drip if you don't have the right makeup. What are some
Yeah.
advice do you have for us ladies of all skin tones?
It does, based off the product that you're wearing.
Hmm.
With DJP Cosmetics is water resistant, so you know, I don't sweat a
Hmm.
lot, but a lot of people that buy my product that has had like sweating, heat flashes or whatever it is,
Yeah.
love it because it was like I don't even sweat, and my makeup is not running and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So I think it's based off the product that you purchase.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
over years and years after wearing makeup, I
Hmm.
recently found the makeup shade like to put on.
Hmm.
I got so excited because the other foundations I was putting on, you could see the streak and it just wasn't blending, like
Oh
look like a
yeah.
ghost. And just last month, I put it on. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh. And I started running
Probably have the
around.
color, but
I like,
looking at
wow.
you,
Yeah.
I see that you have like a yellow undertone. Like from this video, it
Yeah.
looks like you have a yellow undertone. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Is it a way to help with the shading of makeup?
Yes, it is. I think it's
Okay.
very important to know your undertones because most people
Mhm.
are red up under their tone. Like me,
Okay.
I'm a mixture of red and yellow up under my tone. Don't know how, why, but I think that's very important to know because you can't go buying a foundation that has a red undertone to it. It's not
Hmm.
gonna match you, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So it
How do
has
you
to.
know that? Yeah. How does
You can
someone know that?
you could just look at yourself and just look at yourself and look. Try
Mhm.
to look up under your skin and see what color
Oh,
that is popping out. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you have people that if they look in a mirror, they red up under their skin tone, like their
Mhm.
skin, and but you can see the redness. But looking at you, even with your makeup on, you have a yellow undertone.
Oh, if I look at myself for too long, I scare myself. I the mirror is not everybody's best friend, so I use it. You know, we get by with each other, but not for
Yeah,
long.
I can't look too much.
Yeah, not for long. Yeah.
You're
So,
so funny.
oh, thank you. I will like this.
Yeah, that's
No,
good.
my kids drove me nuts and they're at school. So,
Oh,
yeah, so you are an author. How many
yes.
books do you have? Tell me all about your book and the title.
Okay, so I have more books coming because it's like a
Mm,
series of books. But the book
mm,
came along about my past life. When I say my past life, like I used to be a stripper. I
mm,
used to be an entertainer. And I talks about everything that I got into from my childhood, what caused these things from, and this is all part of the story where DJP Cosmetics was birthed and everything. It all holds hand in hand. From being a child, being molested, um, growing up, and got caught up in sex trafficking. Like I was being trapped. Like it's really really deep. Like it's really really deep. And it's a series of books. I couldn't put
mm,
everything in one book, and it's so much just in the book that God said, "Here, put this out."
mhm, mhm,
So I am writing and continuing to write. It's a
mhm.
blessing because I know my story is definitely going to help individuals who don't know a way out and who can't figure a way out, or if they feel like they're in something and how they gonna get out. Like it's really a way of an escape. Just reading my Bible. I was about to say my Bible, Jesus Christ. Reading my book.
Yeah, yeah.
Reading my book. you know um
Mm,
it's definitely going to encourage, you know what I'm saying? Because I talks about how in a season in my life where I met an individual who was connected to a drug gang, and
mhm,
how this individual was giving me money, 10,000 a month just for an allowance, you know what I'm saying? And how I was making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars with this individual,
Mhm.
and how I had to lose it all to gain everything back the right way.
Ooh, that should be a
It,
quote.
yeah,
That should be a quote,
yeah,
period.
yeah. Like I
Wow.
had to
Yeah.
lose it all to
Mm.
gain everything back, and it did not feel good, but the comeback from that is such a blessing. I have DJP Cosmetics, I have my book. I mean, everything is legitimate, you know what I'm saying? And it's like going through that, it built character, it built a lot of stuff in me, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Oh, that's so, inspiring. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
There might be someone who's watching, listening. They don't know you. They may not know me for sure, but
Mhm.
the impact that we are leaving for them is that we're reminding them that they're human and they're not alone. So thank you for
Right.
inspiring and teaching.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So when someone pick up your book, what do you want them to get out of your story?
Freedom.
Mm,
Like, what I want them to get is freedom,
mm,
that they know that they can be free, that they can be set free. Um,
mhm.
it's even though the story is about me, but it's really not about me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's that book that is about my life story is to help somebody else come out and become free,
Mhm.
mentally, physically. When they read in that book, I want them to grab hold to hope, because reading that book, you're gonna see hope in there. You're gonna see hope present all the time,
Yeah.
because from the times of the men that I dealt with who tried to murder me
Mm,
several times, and they all tried the same exact way, and hope was there. Grace was there.
yeah.
God didn't allow it to happen. So it can help somebody that is in an abusive relationship and just don't know how to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just don't know how to leave, and they are afraid. You can leave.
Mm,
You can leave. You can get out of it.
mm,
And I just thank God for my testament, my testimony and things so on like that, because literally when I was going through that stuff, I'm like, why am I going through this stuff? But
mhm.
then my mind was in a kernel state, and now
Yeah.
I understand. I had to go through that, and still have to go through things, not for me, but for others,
Mm,
for others.
yeah.
And when
Mhm,
we understand that as human, we'll
mhm.
adapt to things more better. We will learn how to rejoice in things that are not working for us.
Yeah.
We'll learn how to accept the things that are not working for us, because it's like, God is literally protecting us from the things that we might be like, I want this, but God, like,
Mhm,
it may not be a no, but
mm,
it's just, you may not just be ready yet. You know what I'm saying? So my book is a book of hope. It
mm,
most definitely, it helps individuals. When I read it, I get teary eyed.
mm,
Like, dang, like, wow, like, look at this and look where I am today. Like, that's a very emotional moment for me, because it's like, to see where God brought me from, like from the beginning to like where I am now,
yeah.
that's major. Like, it's major. And he's doing major mind blowing things for
Yeah.
me. And it's like,
Yeah.
wow, if I would have known this then, would I have chose that route? But I have to go that route to help
Mhm.
others. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't God awesome that way? And
Yes,
I
he is.
think he lets us go through some stuff, excuse me, so we can see his wisdom and power. So we
Yes.
can understand that he is always there. I'm
Yes.
sensing that you know and knew that God was always with you.
Yep.
Always. You felt him,
Yep.
you knew he was there, and you
Whew,
found your
don't make
way
me
back.
cry.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good. But even till this moment, I know, and I know and I feel God, with me. It's
Mhm.
like he allows certain things to happen to reassure us I'm still here. I'm
Mm.
not mad at you because you made that mistake.
Yeah.
Get back up, keep going, do what I need you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, being chosen, I feel like I'm in my Joseph moment where I was the one chosen to break generational things off of my family to
Mm-hmm.
get where God need me to be. That's going to save my family.
Yeah.
That's going to save them from what's to come. And you know what's so funny? I
Mm-hmm.
have had dreams, and I'm a dreamer too, in a prophetic
Yeah.
such a way, like, God, I just love how he communed with me. It was years ago, about two, I don't know if I can discuss this or talk about this on there.
You can share about anything you want to share.
Okay. so,
Yeah.
and I love this because I know it's going to help someone. Um, God, one thing I know about God, what he would do, he would give you glimpse and pieces of where he's trying to take you and
Mm.
what he want to do with you and how he want to use you, and so you can have that clarity and not be in confusion. And so
Mm-hmm.
in the dream, it was martial art outside of everybody's home,
Mm.
and it was army people everywhere. And this man ran up to me and gave me a uncut big diamond. It was a big yellow diamond. He said, "Here." And I opened it up and I looked at it. I was like, whoa, like, I got to get this praise. I got to see how much this is worth.
Mm-hmm.
And it was worth over like 200 million. But in the dream, I was able to get my family and get them somewhere safe. So, I just take that and say, okay, God, you chosen me to
Yeah.
be the one that break these generational curses off of my family, to break
Mm.
poverty off of my family, to break these things off my family so they can be saved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whenever destruction tries to hit earth, we
Mhm.
don't know, but God would use just all you need is one
Yeah.
who's willing and
Yeah.
obedient to just go and do what he say.
Yeah.
So I'm that one because I
Mm-hmm.
believe what God says. I believe he have shown me so much
Mm-hmm.
that I can't doubt. I
Yeah.
can't doubt.
Yeah.
And I just can't doubt because I feel like God was taking me from a place of uh like believing to like actually knowing.
Yeah.
Those are two different things. Like belief is like, okay, doubt can come in. But when you know that you know something, can't nothing come in and snatch that. Like, can't nothing change your mind. So I feel like I was in a season of that, how God was taking me from believing to knowing.
Mm. Oh,
That's
I
where
love
I'm
that. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I love that you reference to Joseph. And I
Yes.
feel that I've been having a Jonah life.
I've been
Swallowed
there
up
too.
by society, by trauma, by pain, by all of it, and
Yeah.
just staying pregnant with unbirthed dreams, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. And I love what you share about trauma and just ancestral trauma.
Yeah.
And even I've had, family that pass, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm like, you did now, you're not alive, but the trauma you started, whatever you started, it's gonna stop with me.
That's right.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
stops with me, and I'm gonna start my own path and journey.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And God chooses that one to break those barriers, because um being a dancer, it was a bloodline thing. Like my sisters did it, my mom did it. It was like a bloodline thing, but it actually stopped with me because I have a daughter. She's grown now,
Mm.
but she haven't danced and she won't dance because it stopped with me. It will not go past me,
Yeah.
and God is a promise keeper,
Yes.
like, hey, it's gonna stop with you. Won't nothing else pass
Yeah.
what you went through, your daughter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus. See, my daughter graduated high school. I dropped out.
Mm.
I dropped out. So we're talking about breaking generational things.
Yeah.
Everything stopped right here, but God is still using me to break barriers that no one else in my family could do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and look at me now. Here I am. Have a brand that's about to be in stores in a minute. Like, it's God and what he when you're chosen and marked by God, it's nothing. I have had my Jonah moments too. I ran and ran and ran and ran and ran.
Yeah.
And like, I'm still running. Like, you show me, like me, I
Yeah.
want to do this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said too. You know, when I had the desire, the dream he put in my heart to do what I'm doing, I don't get
Uh-huh.
what I do, right? And I'm like, are you talking to me or someone behind me? Are you sure? Right? We doubt and we question. I
Yeah.
think we can't always see faith. We have to put it to work to
Mhm.
reap the fruit of faith.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. That's
yes,
right.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So what did you do to heal? I was gonna ask you that question very fancy, but I couldn't get
oh,
around it.
you know what? I think healing is like a ongoing process.
Yeah.
It's just how you respond to
Mhm,
it, to the things that, try to torment you, the things that try to remind you of your past. When these things happen, you have to remind that thing of who you are today,
mm,
and a lot of trauma,
mhm,
I had to literally realize that I was chosen for this
mm,
and that no offense is taken.
yeah,
You know, I had to really learn how to pray for those who cause offense to me
mm,
and really let it go quickly because I want to be forgiven by God. And I know in his word, he says, if I don't forgive, then he won't forgive me. So it's like, wait a minute, that same grace that I desire to have, they deserve to have it too.
yeah,
So that helps me to forgive quickly. It helps me to, you know, heal and move forward.
yeah,
Don't stay stuck. It's easier said than done because I have been in a season where I was stuck. But in those seasons, that's where God is pruning and digging the things that need to be out, revealing the things that need to be revealed.
yeah,
Um, it's all about choice too. Where
yeah,
you choose to be at, if you choose to be stuck in that memory, you know, it's choice,
yeah,
Are we going to hold on to the things that we couldn't control? But
mm, yeah,
I had to learn that this story is working out for me. It's working out for my good. Everything that I've been through from the trauma and all of that stuff. I'm not saying ignore it because you feel what you feel for a reason. You went through what you went through for a reason.
mhm,
Yes, face it. Face it.
mm,
This happened to me, but this is not who I'm going to be. I am not going to play victim. I am going to rise above this thing and become all that I can be.
mhm, mhm, yeah, yeah,
Literally at the end of the day, it's choices, and we make choices, and we choose to stay stuck or move. Get
yeah,
in that line and keep pressing towards the mark.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
So,
Yeah,
I couldn't heal on my own. Of course, God helped me through it. Because I asked, "Hey, God, I need you to help me. I'm struggling with this. I'm
mhm,
struggling with being angry at this person for what they did to me."
mhm,
And God will remind me every time, just like you need grace, they need grace too.
mhm,
And
absolutely.
I didn't want to hear it at first. I'm sorry. I didn't want to hear it at first.
Yeah,
Like, no, they did me wrong, but God
mm,
had to remind, well, when you were doing this, and it's not like he was throwing anything in my face,
mm,
you were doing me wrong.
yeah,
And I'm your first love.
mm,
You were doing things that you weren't supposed to do, but I was still there and I still was loving on you.
yeah,
And his word is said, love and kindness have I drawn thee. So that same love and kindness, I need to extend to somebody who did me wrong.
mm,
Just love and kindness because it will break whatever they're battling with off of them.
yeah, yeah,
Being treated, because people that treat people bad, they are expecting the loud response, or they're expecting that to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're expecting the situation to go negative. But when you respond in such a quiet and a loving response, they, hold on, what's happening here? So that's a seed that had already been planted, because they're like, whoa, this person ain't cussing at me, this person ain't doing that. So that's a seed. And God can work with that seed that been planted.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have 3 Ps, I call them. And as I'm witnessing what God has done in your life and
Mm-hmm.
continue to do, I'm
Mm-hmm.
hearing the pain. Pain, that's the first P.
Uh-huh.
Passion,
Mm-hmm.
and purpose. And you have excelled at all of those, every single one of them, and you continue to evolve and help other people. That's
Yeah.
very admiring. Yeah, very, very. Yeah, yeah. Um, Tell me, is your makeup line gonna be in Canada? Because that's where I am.
And you know what? Once we get it in stores, we will work to get stuff in Canada. But I'm gonna send you some goodies so you
No
can,
way. No
yes,
way.
ma'am.
Oh,
Send you
wow.
some goodies so you can work with it, and tell
Thank
me
you.
how you like it, and da, 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 da.
Oh, thank you so much. I love that.
You're welcome.
I
You're
love that.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So is there anything that we haven't covered that you would like to share with me and my audience?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We haven't really talked about my husband, but it's not about
Should
him. It's
we?
not about, huh?
Should we?
I mean, well, if we're looking at it at the God, like how God brought us together, and how
Mm.
me coming to, we haven't talked about what got me here to South Carolina, because I'm not from South Carolina. I'm
Oh,
from Detroit, Michigan.
yeah. Do tell.
Yes. Yeah. So, here I am, going through pain, that P word, everything just, it mapped itself out, 2019, God told me to move to South Carolina, and I responded like, I don't know nobody out there. I,
Mhm.
I'm, yeah, I was afraid. I let fear creep in, and the
Mhm.
pandemic happened 2020. And so like around September, I was just getting like, around that time, like July, August, September, I was just getting so frustrated. I said, you know what, God? I reminded him what he said to me. I started packing up. I said, you want me to go down here? I remember you telling me, so I'm going to move out on faith. I went to the grocery store, got boxes, started packing up everything.
Mhm.
And then it was like, you know what? Look online for a job. I did just that. And they responded like that. I mean, never seen a job respond like that, but God knew what was going to make me move, because I was dependent on a job to carry me. And God was like, well, this is going to get you there, then let's get you there. So 3 days before me coming to South Carolina, mind you, I didn't have no money. I
Mhm.
didn't have no money. I didn't know how nothing was going to get done. Somebody gave me $1,000 and was like, here. I said, okay. So I took that money, half of it, and I took 500 of it to the casino. I was just at the casino. I was like, you know what? Let's try. I
Mhm.
went in there. I left there with I won like 50 something $1,000, but I left.
Yeah.
Right. I left with like 30 something $1,000. I was just like in awe, like, okay, God,
Mhm.
I'm moving. Like I'm moving. So the next day I went and got me a U-Haul.
Mhm.
Everything God told me to take, I took. He was like, leave all I left brand new furniture, red bottoms, Chanel bags, all of that type of stuff in the house. Like
Mm.
I told my sisters, hey, y'all go over there, y'all can, whatever y'all want to get, y'all can get it. Did
Yeah.
just that. So I moved here and didn't even get the job. I didn't get the job because that wasn't God's plan. So I
Mm.
started freaking out. My money was running a little low because me and the boys were staying in a hotel until the house that I got approved for was ready. And so I get a notification when it's like close for me to move in, but I'm like, funds are low. What am I going to do? I got a notification from my bank that it was 19 plus $1,000 that was just transferred into my account. Everything was supernaturally, literally supernaturally. And by this point, I'm like, okay, God, okay, I see you.
Mhm.
The whole time I have not worked for not one person. I was able to, build my business, stay on my business, and do what I need to do. And God funded every dollar. When I say He funded every dollar, from my bills being paid, like I didn't have to worry about none of that, like, because supernatural funding was just popping up at my door, like boom, boom, boom.
Mhm. Wow.
And then I met my husband, let me see, a year and a half after me being here. And how we met, it was divine. It was definitely
Mm.
God's timing, like
Mm.
just mind blowing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's, I'm here in South Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah. God definitely has that effect on people. He blows their
Yes,
mind.
yes, He does. Yes, He
That's
does. Yes, He does.
awesome. Yeah. 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 So what's next in your journey?
We're moving to California to
Oh.
pursue, everything God has for us. I was born in Northridge, California. I am originally a Cali baby. I was raised in Detroit, and I'm here in South Carolina. But God is taking us back to California. I know, for every good reason. I'm excited because how God communed with me in my dreams, how he shows me things, what He's going to do for me, and things so like that in that nature. So I'm excited about my businesses. I'm excited about my husband's businesses. I'm excited about what I'm gonna have my boys doing, and I'm just ready for
Mm.
a huge move of God. That's it. Like, I'm
Mm.
just ready to see what He's going to do when He plant us there. Far as wise, me being on movie sets and using my own product, and not using other stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm excited about it all. I'm excited about it all.
Mm. I just felt in my spirit, you're going home. Not
Yep.
the home that you left with, but a brand new home.
Yep.
Bringing your home to home. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
do you have anything else as we wrap up? We're gonna close the episode pretty soon here.
No, I don't have anything. Because if you have anything else, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, I have three well, is it three? Yeah, three. We'll make it three.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to check with my brain there. Um, how can my listeners support your journey and where can they find you?
Oh, okay. Well, they can find me on Instagram, DJP Cosmetics LLC, 2 underscores. They know that it's me because I have a blue check. Also on Facebook, Deria page. They know it's me because it's a blue check as well. And then it has Deria Stukes on there too as well. Um, they can keep up with everything that I have going on through Ego Entertainment. They can find them on Instagram and Facebook as Ego Entertainment. And yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. My
yeah.
next question for you is, what is the meaning of life for you?
I think life is so important. I think it's so important. And the meaning of life is to do everything that you were put here to do. You know, I think that's just so important. Like, don't allow things to stop you from your purpose and your call. A lot of people say that the graveyard is with cemetery is which is the richest place because so many people have died without doing the things that they were called to do. Like, when we leave here, we want to all leave here empty, empty of everything that God placed in us to birth out, to make businesses, to make generational wealth, to cause things to happen for women and men and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be full when
Mm,
I leave here, because we all have that time. But I want to make sure that I do everything that God called me to do that's going to help other people, become successful. I want to help others become successful and break barriers off of their lives and things on like that hardship and all of this stuff, because at the end of the day, we were created to be creators, to create things. And, it's funny because for the longest, I couldn't keep a job. And I was like, why can I not keep a job? And
Mhm.
God, like, I didn't place you here to be no worker. I placed you here to work for yourself and to build businesses and companies and things like that. So I think it's very important to, life is not to leave here full with all the ideas and everything that God gave you. So life means a lot to me.
Yeah, I love that. I can't keep jobs either, so
It's because you're your own boss, and
Yeah.
it's okay, because when they let you go, you be like, well, what did I do? You trying to figure out, you didn't do anything. It's just you was not made for this.
Yeah.
And they spirit recognize it. Like, no, she's a CEO, she's her own CEO. So,
Yeah.
you know, um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you just watch where God is gonna take you, with this whole thing that you are doing. It's it's so prophetic how your picture is, how it's the picture of the world behind, because it's global. It's not something that is just here. It's nationwide, it's global, it's all over, and you're gonna reach people. You're
Yeah.
gonna reach people. I'm telling you, within a blink of an eye. I'm telling you, God is going to do it. You're probably already seeing it. You're probably
Yeah.
already seeing it.
Yeah.
And I'm the
Yeah.
prophetic side of me is activated.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna see it. But when I was looking, I was like, wow, this is a global moment.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it is.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And you kept using the word acceleration, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just bringing confirmation to the dream that God gave me. Like, it, even for yourself, like, it's takeoff time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh my Jesus.
Whew. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
takeoff time. Like, literally, that's like out of space. Like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Like, Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, we
Yeah.
gotta put on our seatbelts and be ready.
Yeah, yeah, I am witnessing it all and I'm seeing it.
Yes,
And
yes,
I'm like,
yes.
what? I'm still speechless. I'm still picking up my jaw from the
Yes,
ground
ma'am.
of all the
Yes.
blessings and how much I've grown as a person as well. Yeah. Yeah. Last question for you.
Mhm.
Leave us with something inspiring. Leave me with something because I gotta go freeze outside soon. Something I can think of when I have gloves on, my hands are frozen, my toes are frozen.
Okay, a word of encouragement. No
Yeah.
matter where you are today, always believe in yourself. If you visualize it, if you see it, if it's something that's on your heart to do it, and do it without fear.
Mhm.
Do it without fear, and just trust God and walk in that thing. Walk in that thing. I'm a living witness, but to encourage you all, whoever is watching,
Mhm.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't matter how scared, do it scared. It's okay to do it scared. I
Mhm.
have did a lot of things scared, and yeah,
Yeah. Do it
I have
afraid.
a lot of things scared and didn't know how the outcome would come, but it ended up being a beautiful
Mhm.
outcome. And
Mhm.
it's okay to lose certain things. It's okay, because you're gonna get it all back. You're gonna get it all back. If you're afraid of losing certain things, and
Yeah.
that's stopping you from moving forward, let it go, and just keep going. Just
Mhm.
keep going. I'm telling you, the stuff that we go through is all purposeful. I mean, it all literally works together. It don't matter what it is. It
Mhm.
don't matter. Not one tear would be wasted. I'm telling you, you're looking at evidence right here. The
Mhm.
nights that I cried, the nights that I really couldn't see myself where I'm at today,
Mhm.
it's because I kept going, because I knew it was something greater. I still know that it's something greater. And
Mhm.
that's what motivates me to keep going, to
Yeah.
push to the highest potential wherever God is trying to take me.
Yeah.
So just be encouraged, listeners, viewers, be encouraged and know that it's going to work out is going to work out, even when you don't even see it. I can't stress that part enough.
Mhm.
Even when you can't see it good enough, it's
Mhm.
going to work out. But
Mhm.
if God gave you a vision of it, just know it's going to work out.
Yeah, yeah. As you were sharing, I was thinking of that song. Even when you don't see it, even when I don't see it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop
Yes,
working.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah, because it is working.
mm,
Literally, like the pain, the happiness, like all of it, it really comes together
yeah,
and work.
yeah.
Like it works.
Mhm,
It literally works itself out.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Well,
Ah, God is amazing.
mic drop. Y'all, she came and blessed me and blessed you guys. I can't even think of anything else other than to say thank you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. It's an honor to be on your show.
Come back
Thank you.
again. Yeah,
Thank you. Anytime,
yeah,
whenever you want,
yeah,
anytime.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to hear, of all the amazing stuff you're gonna be working on. So
Yes.
come back at
Yes.
any time. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay.